Hi folks, how you doing today? My name's Scott Cohen. I'm going to be your professor for ACC 2270. You can see right here. Okay. And by the way, this is for sections 002 and 802. All right, fall 2024. All right, so first thing, my name right over here. By the way, if you want to get in touch with me, okay, best way to get in touch with me is by email. Okay. Now you can call me. By the way, here's my cell phone number. You can call me. But if you do want to call me on my cell, you might want to text first. And by the way, make sure you tell me, hey, this is John from 2270 online or something, so I know who's trying to text me. This is my office number. I'm not there all that often. You can try that number. This is my office number is 273, and I'm in Thomas Hall. By the way, there's my office hours, or if you need, you can make an appointment. And again, for you online students, I realize that's a distinct possibility. So, you know, if what you're going to ask is not suitable for an email, or it's more complicated, feel free. We could set up a Zoom. Okay. By the way, the 002 section, it's going to meet in Thomas Hall, room 130, and the 802 section obviously is online. Okay. So let's go down, we'll take a look. We're going through the syllabus here first. By the way, there's your textbook. By the way, this textbook should be included in your course, okay? We have this all-inclusive access, so as soon as you're in class, you should have access to it. Now, to be honest with you, I have nothing to do with that. That's with the bookstore. So hopefully you won't run into any problem. But if you do, unfortunately, there's not much I can do to help you. You probably should contact the bookstore, okay? Just one thing real quick right up front. Our exams are going to be proctored online, okay, using Proctorio. Now, it's free. It's in Connect, but that means you're going to need a camera on your laptop or on a computer, reliable internet connection, however it is, to make sure that you can go ahead and take the test and stuff, right? And by the way, just to let you know, for some folks use netbooks and things like that, doesn't always work. So you're going to want to make sure it's going to work with Proctorio. And you'll have some exercises to do that in the orientation, okay? By the way, so a little bit about the courses, Accounting is the Language of Business. So to let you know, before my time as a professor, I owned a lot of different businesses, 25 of them actually. Bought them, sold them, created new ones. The reality is, I wound up getting a degree in accounting and becoming a CPA and all that because the numbers are really super important, okay? In order to run a profitable business. And by the way, if your business isn't profitable, you're not going to be there for very long. So even if you're a marketing major, HR major, management, I mean, I'm pretty sure that most of you are here. So, hopefully you get a good job, either move your way up in a company or, open your own business. And for both of those, the numbers matter. The higher you go up, sometimes you become responsible for like how that store does or how that region does. And if you own your own business, you got to make sure the revenues exceed all the expenses. So believe me, understanding this is important. Okay? Super important. All right? You can read the course objectives here. By the way, it's a 3-hour class. So a 3-hour class. Now, it's going to take you some time. It's going to take you at least 10 to 15 hours per week. Okay? Now, here's what I'm going to tell you. So to let you know, right now, I think historically at UNCP, about 1/3 of the students don't pass this course on the first try. Now, there's really no reason for that. To be quite honest with you, I've taught thousands of students at a bunch of different schools, okay? So here's the thing. This is going to require work, okay? It's going to require effort. Chances are you've never done anything in accounting before. If you stop and think about it, you've had history classes and all different kinds of classes, through high school, or even if this is your second year in college or whatever. But accounting, you probably haven't done it before. So it's just like you decided, never spoke German, decided to take German. Now, I can tell you the reason why most students don't do well is because they don't put in the proper amount of effort that's required. So by the way, if you use all the tools, you do all the homework, you come to the classes if you're face-to-face, if you're online, you watch all these videos, use all these tools, ask questions, you should be just fine. The students that tend not to be just fine are the ones that don't do that. I just want to let you know right up front. By the way, I hate to see that. And as a business major, here's a key thing for you, okay? So remember, so you're here to be a business major of some sort, probably, or at least 99% of y'all, right? So here's the thing. 2 things in business, 2 golden rules. Don't waste your time and don't waste your money. So you don't want to take this course again if you don't have to, right? You want to get it done once. And by the way, if let's say you can't stand this course, you can't stand me, you can't stand whatever, you really want to do it twice. I mean, just for your own personal thing, right? All right. Let's see here. A little bit about, by the way, for the in-class students, and by the way, I don't think it's 10% of your grade. I think it's 5. Let me go down and take a look, since I'm going to tell you that. Let me go down. I'm pretty sure. Yep, it is 5%. So this is not right. This should be 5% right here. Okay. 5% of your grade. All right. Professionalism and participation. So notice here, no cell phones in class. Okay. So why? Because they're going to distract the heck out of you. Now I'm going to tell you, you play with your cell phone in class, I'm going to warn you once. Next time I'm going to tell you to get out of the class. If you continue to do it, we're going to have a conversation with the dean. Okay, and the reason why, stop and think about it. Well, you want your pilot flying the plane, playing with his phone instead of landing the dang plane? Okay, same kind of thing. Look, you're here to learn. For that 50 minutes when you're in class, you got to pay attention, right? Same thing, no headphones, okay? You don't need any headphones in class, right? By the way, I've done this a long time. I've seen it all. I've seen the hair over the ears. I've seen the hoodie thing, the whole deal. Listen, leave it be. If that's what you want to do, then take the class online, right? If you don't want to pay attention in class, and by the way, I tell the students this first day, in that face-to-face class, right? So I'm going to be telling the face-to-face students, this thing is really more for the online students, but I'm like going, one of the students came up and was like, Dr. Cohen, listen, I have a problem with that, blah, blah, blah. I said, no problem. Go take it online. I don't have any issue. That's your call. If you're going to be here, by the way, same thing, no computers. Now, for those of you online, obviously that's not the case. But if you're sitting in class, you don't need a computer for this class. You need paper, pencil, and you need your brain, okay? You need computers later to do homework and tests, but not while in class. And if you do need one, I'll let you know. And if you tell me, well, again, for you online people don't really matter. Same thing with arriving late. Look, arriving late for class, just not cool. It's pretty annoying. I've had to, and by the way, I'm not very bashful. I'll be more than happy to get a hold of you after class and tell you that don't work. So anyway, just think about that. Now again, for you online folks, okay, really not a big deal. By the way, you could take a look at some of these things, but the main one here I'd like you to see is, well, let's see here. Notice this one here, attendance. Okay, so if you, now by the way, for the online folks, right, attendance is going to be by the completion of the assignments, right? Because you're at home. But by the way, if you're a face-to-face student and you miss more than 15% of the classes, you can be withdrawn from the course, administratively withdrawn. By the way, I don't want to do that. But how can you get a good participation grade if you're never in class, right? By the way, mix it, and again, now sometimes people on sport teams and stuff, it's a little different. But just want to let you know, okay? Next thing here, code of conduct. The only real thing here is no cheating, okay? By the way, the tests are proctored. I don't like catching people cheating. It's ugly. And I'm going to tell you, I've caught MBA students. You really want nothing to do with this. Nothing, okay? Because it can get to be such a big problem, and it's so not worth it. Look, you paid for the class. You're supposed to be in the class to learn. And if you're not going to do that, then why be there, right? Okay? By the way, please email me. A lot of times students send me stuff from Canvas. I would prefer you don't do that. It's kind of goofy the way it works. So please, email me, text me on my phone, come by the office if you want to talk to me. All that's fine, okay? Student support, what I'd like to tell you about that is that, some folks have, some kind of issues or whatever. They get additional time due to anxiety, whatever. You got to make sure you go to those people, and then they'll come to me and we get things set up. Not a problem at all. All right, folks, I'm going to stop it right here. That's Syllabus Part 1. We'll be back with Part 2 in just a minute.